Avengers Endgame review part 2. So we're talking about the Space Stone. So I think it's Nebula and War Machine. I think. Yeah, Nebula and War Machine were sent to space, sent to Guardians of the Galaxy 2014, where Peter Quill was doing his wee den 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 den, come and get your love, dance around that wee tune. And it's funny, you get to hear him essentially just doing this, come and get your love, rather than like the voiceover, rather than like the song playing over. It's brilliant, it was so funny. And basically Nebula knocks him out, grabs the Space Stone, fucks off. But all at this time, because obviously our Nebula is in 2014, and at the same time, Nebula of the past, evil Nebula, is still working with Thanos, is still working with her sister Gamora, 2014 Gamora, and they're on their way to gather all the stones so that, you know, Thanos can be like, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, woo! Yeah, so it was. So obviously they're basically using the same Wi-Fi, and they're just interviewing with each other. So Nebula of the past is then seeing footage from Nebula of now, talking to Rhodey, saying, "Get the stones and we can defeat Thanos." Thanos is just like, I don't even fucking know these guys. Who are these guys? And obviously the Avengers get mentioned, and they're just like, who the fuck is Avengers? How? And then obviously they're all like, so I take it I got the stones. Cool, kitchen. Yeah, so then fast forward, so then Nebula of the future's then like, shit, Thanos knows. Oh no! Obviously, I forgot. Thor then goes back to the Dark World, 2013 with Rocket. But Thor is Fat Thor! So for years Kirsty has said to me, my lovely darling girlfriend has said, why can't you be more like Thor? Why can't you look more like Thor? Now Thor looks like me, a fat bastard. The only thing I'm missing is big Viking dreadlocks and hair. So basically, fucking fast back again. So we go right back to New Asgard, way back at the start of the film. We go back to New Asgard. It's Rocket, Hulk. I think that's it. I think that's the only two it goes back. They speak to Tessa Thompson's Valkyrie. Where's Thor? He's up in his house. He's up in his chalet. We cut to Thor. The door opening, and Thor's just like, "Hey guys, how you doing? You alright?" But something's not quite right. He's got the hair again. You think, because obviously the last time we see him, he's all nice and chopped down, hair, beard, that. His hair. He looks like the Big Lebowski. And I think Tony Stark, I'm sure as shit, Tony Stark refers to him as the Big Lebowski, which is brilliant. And then you see some love letters, you see some love handles. He turns around, massive belly. You're just like, holy shit. So Thor basically is has been depressed for the last 5 years because he should have gone for the head. Yeah, he went for the head eventually, but he's still depressed because obviously he's still, in his head, he's fucked up. So he got depressed and he ate. This whole time, he's living with Korg and Meek, who are playing Fortunate? I've never played it, but they're playing games. So Korg is just like, oh, hi guys, come on, sit down. I can't do the accent. It's brilliant. It's just funny as hell. But anyway, back again. So we've got the stones now. Yes! So we've managed to gather the Reality Stone, the Soul Stone, the Mind Stone, the Space Stone, the Time Stone, and the Power Stone. Yes! We've got them all. But obviously, we've come back and everyone's just in. Clint's just like, comes back, and obviously they're missing Natasha, and Hulk's just like, well, Bruce Banner's just like, where's Natasha? I'm sorry, you go to Volmir, with two people, you need to sacrifice something anyway. So it is what it is. I can't believe I'm already 4 minutes into this part 2 video. So yeah, so they've done their, oh what, fuck, Sam, who's Falcon, and Bucky the Winter Soldier, where did they go? I forgot where they go. They go somewhere and get a stone as well. I forgot. Anyway, so obviously they then build a glove. They build a new glove. I'm trying to fast forward everything. Oh, that's right. Sorry. Yeah. So after, oh fuck, 2012. Steve Rogers. Steve Rogers is in the lift with the Infinity Stone. Oh no, he's in the lift, and all the shield agents have got the Infinity Stone, and I can't remember the bald guy with the glasses. He's got the case with the stone or whatever, and he's just like, I'm going to, it's either that or it's the staff, the scepter, Loki's staff, one of them anyway. And you think it mirror images the fight in Winter Soldier, where, you know, Crossbones is there, Frank Grillo, whoever his character is again, they're all there, and you're just like, is he going to fight again? And he said, I need the stone, and he's like, well, you know, Director Pierce is just like, no, and he's like, no, I'm going to take it, and he's like, no, you can't have it, Captain. He's like, no, it's been changed, it's okay, I can have it. And everyone's like, all unclipping their wee hands, their wee gun holsters, as if like, oh my god, we're going to get another fight, yes! And he just basically subtly just leans into the baldy guy with the glasses and just says, Hail Hydra, Hail Hydra, because obviously we don't know this in 2012 until 2014, so everyone around him's just like, he's one of us, yes! Alright, Captain, there's the Tesseract. And he's like, alright, so he walks out and you can just see his kind of smirk on Steve's face, like, ha 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 ha, fuck yous. Comes round, and then there's a wee thing like, oh, there's a breach, there's an imposter. Who does he fucking bump into? Himself, the 2012 Captain America, and our Captain America's just like, shit. Literally says that, shit. So they fight, they have a great big battle, fight, and he just basically, I think 2012 Captain America gets our Captain America an arm, just basically takes him to the ground, and he just, all he says is, Bucky's alive, and just like, what? Bang! He's on the ground, cause so he doesn't know that as well. So it's brilliant, it's like a major spoilers kind of film, like, it's like, remember like in Doctor Who River Songs, just like, spoilers! They just basically say everything, they spoil everything it's weird. Anyway, so he grabs the scepter and the stone, and he just looks down at 2012 Captain America's ass, and he's just like, that is America's ass, because obviously Paul Rudd says that, and he walks away and you're just like, ah, hilarious. So yeah, we've got the stones, that's us. I can't remember where Sam and Bucky go. Bugger. Anyway, so we're back to 2019, or well, just after Infinity War. So I don't know if it's set in 2018 or if it's set in 2019. Anyway, so we're back, and they're like, right, we need to build a glove, so let's build a glove. So they build a glove, and it's full of radiation. It's a highly powered glove, so it's full of gamma radiation, and obviously the strongest Avenger needs to take on this glove and wear this glove with all the mighty power. Well, that's right, Thor and Raccoon Rocket go back and get the other wee stone from Dark World, talks to his mum. He knows it's the day his mum dies. He can't say till she dies. He tries to kid on that he's not the Thor, he's the Thor of now, the Thor of then, not the Thor of now. She's just like, nah, I know my son, and also you're fat. Makes me a fat joke. And then as he goes away, she says, try and eat some salad, and he's like, I will. It's brilliant. Anyway, so they build the glove, and obviously the only one that can handle gamma radiation is the Hulk, because he has gamma radiation to the max. So he takes on the glove, burns his arm, boom, snap, and everything's just like, and you're just like, did it work? Did it work? Has it worked? I don't know. I've probably missed like loads of other things. Anyway, and they're just like, did it work? Did it fucking, it worked? And Paul Rudd's Scott Lang walks out, and birds are tweeting. But obviously we find out that that's right, we know that Thanos now knows, so we're just like, shit, we're just waiting for Thanos just to basically do something. So he cracks through into the atmosphere, blows the shit out of basically the Avengers headquarters. Everyone gets blown up. You're just like, oh no, here we go, the final showdown. And obviously the Thanos of 2014 hasn't got a clue who any of these guys are. He's just like, you're just trying to take the stones, I want the stones, let's fight for them. So it's up to Fat Thor, it's brilliant by the way, Steve Rogers and Tony Stark, all suited and booted, ready for battle. And Thanos is just like, at the very start of the film, he's like, I am Thanos, I'm inevitable, you know. And he has this big thing again, he has big speeches and stuff like that. He's just blowing everyone to shit. And he brings in his whole army, because obviously he's got the stones as, oh that's right, he steals the glove, he finds a glove in the rubble and puts it on, and he becomes, you know, Mighty Thanos, the Mad Titan from Titan. He brings in all his army, and Steve's just like, shit, we're gonna die. And then ever so beautifully you just hear, I can't remember, I don't remember what happened, that's right, because obviously the snap brought everyone back from the dead, and all you hear is, Steve, it's Sam, or Cap, Sam, on your left. And that is what obviously Steve says to Sam when they're running about, on your left, don't say it on your left. Sam then says to Steve, on your left, and you're just like, oh, and all of a sudden Doctor Strange's the wee fucking circles start to appear, everyone starts walking out, Spider-Man, Black Panther, representing where they come from, represents! And you're just like, oh my god. And you know what, it gets me, I'm getting goosebumps right now, because it was such a beautiful moment, and I'm going to tear up. It's such a beautiful moment, because you just all come out, there's your heroes are back from the dead, they're alive. And they have a bit of a battle, and Tony sees Peter Parker, and he gives him that massive hug, because he misses the kid so much. He just gives that massive hug, a father-son hug, and you're just like, oh my god, this is so lovely. Why? Everyone's there, like even Gwyneth Paltrow, Pepper Potts is suited up as rescue, pew, 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 pew. And everyone's like, how does she know what she's doing? But fuck it, it's okay. She's suited up in Iron Man 3, but you seem to forget about that. So everyone's just battling the hell out of Thanos again. So they killed him once before, they get killed again. Yes! And everyone in the cinema was just like, yes! I'm loving life, by the way. I'm just like, this is what I've lived for. Thank you, God, for letting me live this long. I want to live longer, because there's things in the works. We don't know what's going to happen next, but there's a wee few key kinds. And that's the thing though, this film doesn't exactly set up like the next whatever in massive ways, but there's little hints and little things to here and there. Anyway, big battle, boom. Thanos, basically everyone's just fucked. He's still fighting, the Mad Titan, bang, 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 still fighting. And then Thanos then with his new big glove that's been created by, you know, the Hulk and stuff like that, then was like, at his last breath, just like, I am inevitable. And it was like kind of, that's right, Captain Marvel comes in and starts blasting him, and you know, fuck you. She kind of beats him, but then gets fucked to the side. I am inevitable. Bang. And it's like a toy that you got for Christmas, and it's not working in Boxing Day, and you're just like, fucking work. And it just kind of pulls away and reveals, no stones, bitch! And then Iron Man's just like, boo! Bang, 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 bang! I have the stones, motherfucker! But right before that, Doctor Strange does this to him. One. Because obviously there was only one end, there was only one way they're going to win. And we don't know what he's saying, but you assume that Stark's just like, fucking know I've got to do, don't I? So he grabs the stones and he just says, he said it in 2008 and he's saying it in 2019. He just turns to Thanos, broken, and just says, I am Iron Man. And everything just starts to fade away. All the bad guys just seem to blast away into dust. It's like everything around, it was like for the dramatic effect, everyone around him just, and ever so slowly Thanos just sits down as if like, you know what, I'm done. He just sits down and he just looks at everyone and just, that's it, and starts to fade away. But it was a big almighty blast when he done the snap, Iron Man done the snap. and Iron Man done the snap. Oh, that's right, sorry. Captain America managed to wield Thor's hammer, and Thor's just like, I knew it, I knew he's worth it, yes! Starts batting, but still obviously he still gets kicked to the ground. But anyway, and Iron Man just sits there, because obviously we then know, I knew it's coming, but you're just like, I wasn't prepared for how much of an impact it had on me. Because obviously, what did Hulk say? Gamma radiation, I'm the only one that can handle it. So you're just sitting there and you just see Iron Man just fall to the ground, just up against just rubble. And thankfully everyone was there. Thankfully Pepper was there as well to see him off. And everyone's just all tearing up because Iron Man just, he doesn't say anything, he just sits there and he's all, you know, radiation to fuck. Oh my god, it was heartbreaking. It was so heartbreaking. And Pepper just looks at him, and she just basically says like, it's okay now, everyone's okay. You can now go to sleep, Tony. And everyone's just like, he just closes his eyes and that's it. That's it. You just know. Or no, he doesn't close his eyes. He kind of and stops. I think Pepper closes his eyes. And it's just so, I couldn't stop crying for 5 minutes straight after that. I was breaking my heart. And even when I came to the cinema, I was just like breaking my heart as well, because I just thought, that's my hero gone. And I know Robert Downey Jr.'s alive, but when you're that zoned into a character for 11 years, 22 films, well not 22 films, but as much as he's been in the films, I think it's like 10 films now. You're just so, so, he dies basically, and he has his big funeral is where he lives, his house in the countryside or the lake, and they're all there. Everyone's there to see him off. Harley, the boy from Iron Man 3 is there. So you're like, his name Harley. So you think Iron Lad, maybe. Everyone's there, and you see the wreath, and it's proof that Tony Stark does have a heart, and it's the first arc reactor, the one that Pepper made him with the wee, well not the arc reactor, but the wee kind of monument thing that the arc reactor sat into, and you're just like, oh my god, this is not doing, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? And everyone's there, they're all crying. And then it cuts to Jon Favreau, Happy Hogan, sitting with Morgan, just saying your dad was a great guy, all that. He loves you so much, but don't worry, you're going to be fine. I'm going to look after you and your mum. And she just turns and she's just like, Morgan just turns to Jon Favreau and just like, I want a cheeseburger. And he's just like, your dad likes cheeseburgers. Your dad likes cheeseburgers. And he's like, no, I'm going to get you all the cheeseburgers you want. You're just like, oh. It was so good. It was just a beautiful moment. And then I have a wee kind of voiceover, because then Tony Stark's there, like Force Ghost, basically kind of like Carrie Fisher's, pardon me, hologram with "Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi, your only hope." And he's, pardon me again. And he's sitting there and he's just saying, it's from the day of the big battle, the day of the time traveling. He says, we're going to be fine, we're going to be alright, don't be silly, we'll be fine. And obviously that wasn't fine, but I think it's kind of like, if I'm not okay, if I'm not fine, then you know why you're playing this. And you're just like, oh my god. And then it cuts back to a smaller version of the time machine that Tony Stark made, Professor Hulk, Bruce Banner, and Scott Lang made. And it's Captain America with all the stones, and he's like, right, I'm going back, send them all back, shh, cool. And then they bring him back, but he doesn't come back. And you're just like, now I didn't click on this straight away. So straight away I thought, is this going to be a Captain America 4, like Captain America time travel movie? And I was like, that's pretty cool. I was kind of gutted, because I thought Tony Stark died. Why does Steve Rogers not just then perish as well? So they're like, why is it coming back? And then I think it's Bucky says to Sam over there, and they look over and it's just this old man in a chair looking out to the river, and you're just like, no way. So it turns out that Steve Rogers went back to the 40s and had his dance with Peggy Carter. They grew old together, and that was it. And you're just like, oh my god, man, that's so emotional. I wasn't crying at that, I was crying more at Tony Stark because obviously he's dead. So then it was old man Steve Rogers. I keep looking at the camera, I keep looking at that, not looking at there. Old man Steve Rogers, and Sam says like there's going to be no Captain America and all that. There can't be a Captain America without you. And Steve just says, "There's my shield," and gives him it, and looks at Bucky, and Bucky's just like, and that's it. Sam Wilson, Bucky, is the next Captain America. Not Bucky. Sam Wilson, Falcon, is the next Captain America. So cool, like the comic book, so cool. It was either going to be either him or Bucky, anyway. So it's interesting to see how they do this. We can assume that Steve Rogers will just be declared dead in a film or so. It'll be something over the radio, over a TV report or newspaper. Now, this is a fun thing. This is just kind of funny thing, an interesting one. We don't know if that's affected like everything he's done, like all 3 Captain America films, just being Captain America, frozen in time. I don't know how that affects that. But then again, it's one of those things you just wash it away and just say it's a great film, fuck it. Continuity errors, who cares? Retconning, who cares? Time travel. When you do a time travel film, there's always going to be issues where just like, that makes no sense, that makes no sense, but you know what? It feels fucking brilliant. So I'm going to end off my review now and say that Avengers Endgame was a phenomenal film. I loved it 3000%. And the fact that, oh that's right, Gamora. So 2014 Gamora is still out there, by the way. She meets Peter Quill and Peter Quill's just like, Gamora, and she knocks him out. She kicks him in the balls and knocks him out, and then she looks at Nebula and she's just like, I go with that. And Nebula's just like, well, it's either that. I think it was either, she says something like it was either him or a tree. I don't think she mentions Drax. But anyway, it was just brilliant. So Gamora's still out there essentially, but we don't quite know. But anyway, so the Guardians of the Galaxy, Peter Quill, Tree, Groot, Rocket Raccoon and Drax, and the fucking girl of the things, the fucking antler things, then blast off into space with none other than Fat Thor, which is brilliant because I love the fact that they kept him fat for the whole film. Never just thought, right, that's it, there we go. He was fat for the whole film. He leaves Valkyrie, Tessa Thompson, in charge of New Asgard. She is now the king or the queen of New Asgard, and he's off with the Guardians of the Galaxy, the Asgardians of the Galaxy. So here we go. We're either going to get a kick-ass Guardians of the Galaxy 3 with Thor in it, or we're going to get a kick-ass Thor 4, because the Thor 4 being rumoured. Tessa Thompson said that Taika Waititi has pitched a Thor 4, so we'll see what happens here. So either Guardians are going to be in Thor 4 or Thor's going to be in the Guardians of the Galaxy 3. But yeah, Endgame was astonishing, like astonishing. I'm going to see it again on Sunday. I'll probably do a quick one minute review of my second viewing, but I hope you've enjoyed this. Sorry it's been it's a long video, because obviously if you put it together it's like 50-minute video or something like that. Kevin Smith's was an hour and 13, but I'll split it in two, so it's been split in two, so that's it. So yeah, Endgame. I mean, this is going to be the only review. It's going to be a 2-part, like 25-minute each review anyway. Nothing's came that's been as big as this film. This is the biggest and probably the greatest MCU film of all time. I mean, it doesn't set up quite. It sets a few things up of what's next, like Captain America being Sam Wilson. There's a few little things, but I can't even remember. I've probably missed out so much because I'm going to see it again on Sunday. So I'll do a wee kind of quick like 1, 2, 3 minute update review. But yeah, the film is just an amazing, impressive film. Like, oh, so good. can't believe they killed Tony Stark.